Fultz. Looking for his man. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
James to ball. Joel Embiid tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact?
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Screen coming. Irving to Fultz. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball with it up top. Trailing by 4. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. It's James controlling the offense to Kyle Kuzma. Can't connect from in close. From long range. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Caldwell Pope to ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
And he missed the free throw. To Irving. Embiid. Five to shoot to Irving. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. Slams it home on the putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
Joel Embiid pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Kuzma to James. The drive right to the basket. LeBron James. 2 of 4 now. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
LeBron James with the rock. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Markelle Fultz. So it stays with the LA Lakers. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Hart. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Nice pass to set things up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7. Because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
James. Here comes the screen. James. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Brunson. Simmons. And the rebound cleared by Ingram. James into the front court. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. And a throwdown.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Across the timeline comes James. Down 4. Joel Embiid with the block. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. James. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. And he'll head to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Brandon Ingram at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. He was smothered and still gets it to go down. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. It's the Sixers out in front. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
Second effort. It's Embiid with the rebound. Brandon Ingram swats in.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Sixers control it. To Irving. Embiid. DeMarcus Cousins. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Irving. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To Cousins. Ball. Pass to Cousins. Down low. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Irving. Simmons. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
LeBron James. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
LBJ with it. They work it down to Cousins. Yes, and a foul. They'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
To Irving. Count the basket inside. LeBron into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. This for the tie. Joel Embiid. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studio.
The Lakers are locked in a tie after 2 quarters. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets. The 76ers are all tied up on the scoreboard after 2 quarters. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. The Lakers have themselves a tie-up. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Ball brings the rock up court to Kyle Kuzma. James. To Irving. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Don't, just disrespectful.
And the basket good at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Chance for Cousins. Gets a look. Can't hit. LeBron James snatching it out of the air.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Ball into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Down low to Cousins. Able to convert inside.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Joel Embiid rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Fultz. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cousins there for the rebound. LeBron with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. To Fultz. The shot almost. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Ball to Cousins. And the slam. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Fultz. Top of the key. Irving. Won't go down. Caldwell Pope to Cousins. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope to Cousins. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Irving brings the ball up court. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Rozier into the front court. Looking to make something happen. LeBron James with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Hart. Had a chance, but it's no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilize it a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like I was a bug at the park.
Easy pass to the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's James controlling the offense. Has a chance. Step back jumper.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
James into the front court. Right now, down 7. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Slams it down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Cousins.
Boogie has no.
And he's is fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Terry Rozier at the line. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Kyrie with the rock. To Embiid. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Rozier with it. Down 5. To Cousins. Nothing going here on that drive. Hart to Rozier. Here comes the screen. Rozier. And it's good.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Irving into the front court. Lead is 2. To Brunson. To Embiid. Not that time. This for the tie. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The 76ers have the lead. So far, the 4th quarter is underway. Goes to the right side. Fultz. Count the bucket for 2.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys trail now by 4. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen in the court.
To James. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Philadelphia with the basketball. Lakers have it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
James to Rozier. Ah, big finish. Full head of steam that time.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
James to Rozier. Kyle Kuzma. Can't get the bounce. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
How on earth are you going to let someone go coast to coast in a tight game like this?
Los Angeles has the basketball. To Kyle Kuzma. James. Shot from the lane won't go. And finishes strong.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He throws it down.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Simmons. Here comes the screen. Nice finish at the rim.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
LBJ. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Off the assist.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To James. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. So he hits the first, misses the second. Here's Irving into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Gets it to go, and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Lonzo with it. His guy's down 3. Chance for LeBron James. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Ball with the basketball. His guy's now down by a point. Here comes the screen. Here's LeBron for 2. Almost, but no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
LBJ has it. To Cousins. Joel Embiid sends it away.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. New blood coming in for both sides. Hart. To James. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there. considering the score.
Get the fuck
Good
up.
defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you could do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Fultz into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They trail by one. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? James. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Two huge free throws in a one-point game. Intentional foul is going to make him earn it at the line.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Joel Embiid sends it away. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation.
The 76ers emerged victorious.
Game track. Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1. Game track. Assist.
The 76ers did what great teams do best. Finish. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It's Christopher London. Now today, the one was a scoring machine. I mean, we have so many highlights to watch. Man, the one completely dominated this game. Just the bucket. I mean, can somebody stop him, please? Yo, if the one keeps scoring like that, we're definitely gonna have more highlights on this channel. So make sure you come back. I'm LS.